everybody, and welcome to part 5 of the Kirby Superstar Let's Play. Today we'll be tackling the subgame Revenge of Meta Knight. And as the story went, well, as you saw, Meta Knight, for some reason, suddenly decided to take over Dreamland for again some reason I can't understand. He says it's because he wants to put an end to Dreamland's lazy lifestyle, but I still don't get it. That's just the way the thing the place and the series as a whole functions, really. Either way, he's doing it with a massive airship and doing tons of collateral damage, probably, so yeah, he's gotta be stopped. Anyway, the gimmick here is that you're put on a time limit in every last leg of this little journey. See that clock on the lower screen? When that thing hits 0, you lose a life. And that's pretty much it. You're destroying this gigantic airship throughout the course of the entire sub game, and that's all really. Aside from the different game, this is very similar to Spring Breeze and Dino Blade as to how it plays. You're basically just playing what you played before with a time limit. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't figure out any other way to say it. So, just checking mic here. This part's an auto-scrolling section. As per usual with the auto-scrolling sections, I think this is the first one actually. No, Malacast will have one. Yeah, don't get caught. Behind a wall. Just keep up with the screen, basically, and you should be fine. And remember, sliding is an attack, so it can break certain walls as well. another battle with Wispy Woods, which shouldn't take long considering you have, well, you had copy abilities before, but you have more experience with, well, I shouldn't say you, one would have more experience with, Wispy at this point. And now meet the Twin Woods. Essentially, you get 2 Wispy Woods clones with a few different attacks. These will occasionally drop what are known as Gordos, those little spike balls. And they'll also drop those worms. Those also damage you if you touch them or try to swallow. And there's that attack, where they break off pieces of each other and swap them for some reason. You know, these little cutscenes that they show here look much better in the remake Superstar Ultra. They're pretty much CGI cutscenes there. Anyway, here we get about 2 bonkers clones. It's really not that hard, to be honest. There's one thing I'd like to note, though. Did you notice how the stars at the these mini bosses spew out were very temporary? They appeared for like a split second and disappeared. Well, they got rid of that in Superstar Ultra. They stay there for about 5-10 seconds until they actually disappear, I believe. No, maybe that's 2 seconds, but it's much longer than the original time period. Anyway, it's also easier to get hit by the stars in this game as opposed to actually swallowing them and taking them. So generally, it's better to have a copy ability at your disposal when you're fighting a boss. Assuming you can have one, of course. There are a few bosses where that's not possible. You're supposed to use a fire move like the hammer flip here to light this match and send yourself flying to the next area. And here we fight with these goobers here. I think I showed them off in Mallow Castle if I recall correctly. But yeah, the Axe Knight, the Mace Knight and the Javelin Knight here, and the Trident Knight. Anyway, the Axe Knight, Mace Knight, and Javelin Knight that you just saw are members of a clan known as the Meta Knights. And you can guess who leads the clan. I probably don't have to tell you. You know, it's a long story. If you search the Kirby wiki, you'll probably learn more than I can tell you. I don't think we've ever fought the, I don't think I've fought the, guy in the gi in this playthrough before, so, I'm going to mention that his name is actually, Kid. His gimmick is basically throwing. And actually throwing, as well as firing Hadoukens and stuff like that. I'm really not gonna explain things. Either way, I'm gonna leave you with the boss fight with a boss known as Combo Can in this game, and main can number 2 in Kirby Superstar Ultra. See you in part 7 in part 6, everybody.